The tropical rainforest may be the most beautiful biome on Earth and is filled with luscious plant life and many exotic animals. The rainforest is found around the world, mostly along the equator. The most famous and largest rainforest is the Amazon, but there are other large regions like the Congo and Southeast Asia that are covered in tropical rainforests as well. Tropical rainforests have been around for a very long time, roughly 70 million years. The biggest changes they have experienced is change in geographic range and the species that now live there. The typical climate in the tropical rainforest consists of high temperatures and extreme humidity. Even though it is called the rainforest, there are several months of the year where the rainforest may be drier. This doesn't mean it never rains, it just means it rains less than usual. For example, this climate graph represents a location in the Amazon rainforest. The bars represent the amount of rainfall, while the red line represents the changing temperature. When looking at the graph, we can see that the dry season lasts from June to November. The major driver for this biome is the high amounts of solar radiation it receives from being located at the equator. Tropical rainforests are usually flat with little elevation change. They often have meandering rivers or stream systems that run through them carrying fresh water to different parts of the jungle. The topsoil in the rainforest is not very nutrient rich because dead plants and animals are consumed too quickly before their nutrients can be absorbed into the soil. When it comes to disturbances in the rainforest, the most common is a flood. These floods sometimes uproot trees and kill several species that live near the riverbanks. The rainforest is full of energy and regrows pretty fast, making these disturbances not very destructive. The tropical rainforest is the most biodiverse place on Earth, so it makes sense that so many weird and beautiful animals live there. There are several distinct species of tree, including the Brazil nut tree and the kapok tree. These trees make up the top layer of the rainforest. These are the ones you would see if you were to fly over the Amazon. Several bat species and birds live in the upper portion of these trees, while most mammals and reptiles live in the understory or on the forest floor. Several monkey species inhabit the rainforest, including spider monkeys, howler monkeys, and the famously cute capuchin monkeys. Some reptiles include caimans that live in the river systems and several species of snake that live in the branches and on the forest floor. To live in the rainforest, many species have developed adaptations to withstand the hot and wet environment. One of the most interesting adaptations is the buttress roots found on large trees. These roots are found in places where soil is nutrient poor, forcing the tree to have a shallow root structure. The root structure supports the tree and allows it to get its main nutrients by spreading over a wide area. Dart frogs have acquired brightly colored skin with distinct patterns to ward off predators, and when that isn't enough, they can secrete a toxin that will kill anything trying to eat them. Behavioral adaptations can be easily seen when looking at the sloth. They're slow-moving and remain in trees for long periods of time to avoid predators on the rainforest floor. Today, the biggest issue facing the tropical rainforest is deforestation. Deforestation is when parts of the forest are cut down and not replanted. This occurs for several reasons, including agriculture, logging, and urban development. There are two main factors when looking at the destructive properties of deforestation. The first is the actual destruction of the trees and the surrounding environment, and the second is destroying the atmosphere. The tropical rainforest is one of the largest CO2 sinks on the planet. CO2 sink basically means it absorbs lots of CO2 that we put into our atmosphere. So here we have our rainforest absorbing the CO2. On the plus side, it makes more oxygen that populates our atmosphere. The problem with losing the rainforest is that not only are we taking away trees that suck up the CO2, we're also adding the problem from the tools we use to remove the trees. As we use them, they produce more CO2, adding to the atmosphere with less trees to absorb it, meaning there's a bigger problem. There have been attempts to stop deforestation, but because the forest covers so much area and urban development is on the rise, it is impossible to really regulate.